So talk to me about your session.
What we're really focused on is something that isn't talked, I think, enough about, and that's the consumer's perspective on voluntary benefits. So we're going to talk about some proprietary research that we've done around consumers' perspectives on critical illness and long-term disability. And the second half is going to be about decision making that employees have to make at the consumer level for their benefits, and just sort of how to structure choices to make it a little more approachable for them. Kind of the best of behavioral science applied to insurance, if you can believe it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Can you share with us any of the research?
The critical illness research, which is kind of hot off the presses, 4,000 consumers were surveyed across the country, and really interesting to look at the 40 to 49 segment of that age bracket. And one of the big questions was, when you think about a critical illness, the possibility of having a critical illness like heart attack, cancer, stroke, etc., what concerns you the most? Is it your finances? Is it dying? Is it the burden you might leave on your loved ones? And far and away, in fact, 2 times more than other age categories, it was finances. So, you know, that's their number one concern by far. And then it breaks down even further if you're single, if you're women, depending on your income. So kind of talks about the vulnerabilities of and sort of the fears that people have about critical illnesses, which is, I think, an important addition to the benefits world.
So it does sound like consumers are a little more engaged, a little more receptive to voluntary benefits than maybe in the past?
Well, that's a good question. I think they're going to have to be, just because the way benefits are going. But sure. I think it's our job to figure out how to engage them. I don't think they're naturally going to be engaged because it's a foreign you know, situation to them. They don't understand the terminology. I don't think we've done a great job of positioning insurance products to them in the past. So I kind of view that as us here collectively at the conference. Our job is to figure out how do we engage them.
And are employers a helpful participant here, or what role are they playing?
They're the customer. I mean, they're one of the big customers. So the message to them is, you know, how do we help you structure your benefits such that it will be easy for the employee to not only understand what the choices in front of them, but make it easy for the employee. So we really need the employer. They're the gatekeeper. They're the ones that choose which products get offered, how many of them, and what the choices look like. So they're critical.
Would you say that the employers are a little more receptive to welcoming you into that environment because of reform?
I think they're more receptive because they know a way to increase the value of their benefit packages with employee paid products, and it's almost like they don't have many choices because they're out of money, you know, and you know they've only got so much money they can throw around. Most of it's been towards medical, so, and they know this is a great way to, you know, improve the perception of their benefit package and add true value. So I think they're pretty engaged, and I think they're pretty interested.
And brokers, how engaged are they? Because I know they've been a little slow to the whole coming to terms with reform being a reality.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's a tsunami, you know. But I think their interest is steadily growing, and rightfully so, because they're a little nervous about their revenue stream, and they increasingly see the value of voluntary benefits. But so they're all moving towards, you know. Most brokers, bigger brokerage houses, are hiring people to focus specifically on voluntary. I mean, that's a real sign that they're investing in it. If they're investing in you know, full-time employees to focus on becoming experts in voluntary, they must be interested. So so that's happening for sure.